All right, let's talk about back rigging or backslide rigging or whatever you want to call it.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
Backwards rigging the Techno Frog to give it a totally different action underwater that is really, really cool, especially if you're skipping it under docks or lily pads or any kind of cover. I first saw this technique on a video by the guys over at the Hookup Tackle. I'll leave a link to that video below. They're super cool dudes out of Arizona. They cover a lot of like JDM fishing stuff. And this is a technique that I had never heard of before, and I wanted to do it on the Techno Frog, and it works phenomenally well. All right, so let's start out with the hook. I found that these owner twist locks, this particular model here, 5167W, it's the 6/0, 3/32, obviously you can do whatever weight you want. It's the Gary Yamamoto one, and the reason I like this is because you'll see the weight is way back here by the curve of the hook, and that's going to give it the action that we really, really want. You can obviously use the other twist lock hooks that we have in our other rigging video. This is the owner 3/0 here, but what you want to do is grab this weight and kind of with your pliers, and you can just slide it back closer. You can totally get different action the more you slide this up and down. Something that in general I think a lot of people don't realize is, you can move this weight kind of wherever you want to, relatively easy with some pliers. So slide that back there as well if you don't want to go by those hooks. All right, so how do we rig this thing backwards? Well, you rig it backwards, bro. Just kidding. So you take the screw lock and you literally stick it right into its behind. The more center you get, the better. And then, twist that bad boy down. I'm making this difficult by having the line on there first, but. So when you get close to the bottom, what you want to do is hang it. Obviously you want to make sure it's the right way. We are upside down right now. So you can kind of come back or forward, whatever you want to do. But you want to make sure you're hanging pretty darn straight. If it's off to one side, it'll glide more to that one side. Okay, and then you come through here, find where we're ending, and again try to go through as in the middle and as straight up and down as possible. Come through and boom. Now this is not completely weedless, but it's got a pretty good profile, especially because the lure is going to be falling this way, as you'll see. You're not likely to get hung up until you jerk it back there. So you can Texpose this if you want to, and it will give you a little bit of cover there, but it really wants to pop out because of the way this is designed here. So you can try that, but really you're gonna not hang up that much because there's not much hook exposed there. All right, let's see how this thing looks in the water. So the way this tank is set up, I can't really get in the middle, so it's gonna act a little bit differently than it would in the real world, but you'll get an idea. So you see it wants to basically fly away and glide away, right? So if you imagine this is, you throw it up in a dock, right? It's gonna go deeper under that dock and really glide away. And then you get kind of a hunting and seeking action there. It's really, really cool. And you get the cool thing I like about it is you get this like leg kick out of those legs that kind of twitch up and give it more action than if you were fishing it in, the standard format, which again was designed for finesse, but I really, really like the glide fall on that thing, how it just swims away. I think that's super duper cool. All right, guys, hope you use this technique. It's really, really cool. Again, thanks to the guys at the Hookup Tackle for sharing it with the world. Take care, tight lines.